Hey guys, KTV here. It's actually a repair video today because this wooden speaker here, although it still works, there's a little bit of a problem on the battery supply side of it. So if I grab my key switch, which I should have, sorry about this guys, because I have the keys somewhere, or I have a set of keys for it. Do I have some spare keys? Yeah, I do, found some there. Right, okay. These are spare, but okay. So, you have it. Normally, this would work off the mains, and it would play your music, you know, do all the jazz that it always does. So you'll plug your... So as we know, it works. It plays our music, and it has a feature on it. This button presses it off, and the button goes out. The key switch will restrict it, and this restricts the lighting. When you switch over to battery power, this is where things get interesting. This is a wiring defect because the battery circuit hasn't been touched for months ago. So it all lights up as you would expect it to. It's running off 8AA batteries, 12 volts, and you'll notice that stays lit when it's pressed in for some reason. And the rapid motherboard is a peculiar thing. There's lights inside. That power switch that normally on the mains it would control the rapid motherboard, instead it controls the lights, and the light switch controls the lights as well. The Dewhurst lift button still works like normal. But yeah, there's something funny going on here. Okay, so I've tracked it down, and what I found out is this isn't following the same route as the mains would, because the mains, it has a fuse, and ideally I want a fuse on there, so if you were to accidentally plug the mains in when it's on the battery, then the fuse will blow. So yeah, found the wires here. These are really old, probably original to when it's built in about April time. So yeah, it was a stupid little problem, but it was okay. One of the things on clip, now if we look at that, that is on there. We have that, so the multimeter should be able to take that now, that measurement down. Okay, and we have got some good news now. I've swapped the wire around. It's still happy on mains. Just set it on mains. So if I put this in here, you get it on. The rapid board is on. However, this now works how it should. There's no silly changing about. Turn the key switch off, and all this cuts out. So, just like it would do on the mains. You can see it's on the battery supply. So, yep, that's on. Get this, and you got that off. Restricts it just like it would on the mains. And now we have the added beauty of the fuse. So now, if I was to pull this out, there's actually a fuse in here. So there's our fuse, 12 volt, 5 amp, I think this is. Needs to be lower wattage, but you know, 12 volts. So now, if this went on to, if this was plugged into the batteries and the mains accidentally got switched on, then the fuse would blow. And that would stop any damage to the components, like the rapid motherboard, the charger, anything. The damage to the stuff in there would be stopped. So let's try the key switch now. It's probably one of them. What one is it? Okay, is it the audio IC? Yes, it is. So now if you have a look, the audio IC one hasn't blown. The audio IC one has gone. It's been taken out. The lights still work as their fuses are still in there. But I'll test it in a minute. We have the glass fuse. That's breaking the circuit. So if there was an overload fault, that would break the circuit, and that would be fuse blown, and then you'll have to get some new ones, which actually are over here. 12 volt, 5 amp they are, but I can get lower ratings. I also go to PJ Electrics for them, but how often do they go? Okay. So you can see that would make the fuse work. So if I put this in here, tighten it up, That's our inline fuse holder for the wrapping motherboard. That's now protected. Undo this, and the incandescent light should not work now. I'm testing this all on battery. I know it works on mains, but I've got to test out the battery safety as well. There you go. So we have no more. Okay, what brand of fuses are these? These are PJ Electric ones. Right. Okay, so yeah, there we go. It's just presenting me with another fault, guys. Every time I try working on this, sometimes the wires tend to short out, and it tends to normally to blow the fuse. On this case, something unusual happened. It's shorted out between here, and it's done something funny to the board. Still works, but it's resettable. It's auto resettable. I was just looking into it, and at least the last wires I've done, and I reckon, let's just retrace my steps and go back to where I was doing it, like I was working on the power supply last. So let's have a look at that. Make sure all them wires are put in snugly, because maybe one slipped down and touched on us, that's the case. But I just tested it on the battery supply and it all comes out, and I've just plugged into, and I'll put the battery supply on top so you can actually see that it's on batteries. And ready? Go. Again, it has the same features. That works how it should. Off. Just lights off. It's working how it would have made. So yeah, that's it. That's a simple alteration / repair on it. So yeah, that's it, guys. Hope you learned something in this video, and bye, guys.